much tuna? Do you know what tuna is?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
I think you're the most attractive of all my parents' friends. I mean that.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on The Al Travis Show.
Love having him on the program with us. He is Spinny from Hard-Headed Sports. Spin, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing well, Al. How are you doing?
Well, good. I believe I'll probably get most of my picks in the NBA correct as far as the series go. I will probably get the Minnesota one wrong, but good. They get another set of bunch of games to play. It's fun for me. I have no loss here. I want to ask you about the game, though, Sunday. The Lakers lose to the Timberwolves 116-113. Your takeaway in that game?
Heck of a fourth quarter by the Wolves. Heck of a way to... The Wolves did a great job just staying in the game. You know what I mean? Just kind of keeping in that hanging around range, you know? We're just hanging around, we're hanging around, and then Ant goes crazy for those first 11 points, and then it's like, oh, we're in this match, or we're in this game, you know? So I loved how physical we were, how we stuck in it through all the tough stuff, even when we weren't hitting shots. And then, we just made it happen late in the fourth. That was a foul by LeBron. I don't care what everybody says. That was wrist, not hand. We can talk about that later, but just some awesome performances. When Jaden's on, we look like a way different team. It's been cool to see that from him. Naz Reid in the fourth quarter, 9 for 10 for 26 points in the fourth quarter of this series. Ant scores 30 in the fourth. In this series, Naz 26, and LeBron leads them with 24. So we got two guys above their highest fourth quarter point scorer. Just been a fun series overall.
All right. Now, that is the wonderful take. No problem. Except the reason for it. This team's running along. LA, I'm talking about 32 in the first, 26, 36, and 19 in the fourth quarter. Any chance, Spinny, you being a coach of highly tuned athletes, you can run those horses. For folks who don't know, the 5 guys that came in at the half never sat for the 24 minutes at the end. LeBron James had more minutes than he's ever had in his life. Same with Luka. 46 minutes of game time. Can that be the stupidest coaching mistake of all time?
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, you need to give those guys time and the ability to rest, but it's like when Luka and LeBron are not on the floor, we are killing them. We are absolutely destroying them. And they needed that game. I mean, not a must win. 3-1 comebacks are doable, but with the Lakers roster and the way the Wolves been playing, it was kind of a must win for them. And so I get why they went that way.
No, because this hasn't been done in 30-something years. This is not how this works. You'd end up with I think they're up by 10 points going into the fourth quarter, right?
Yep.
A smart coach sits at least those two gentlemen down 45 seconds to go in the third. Okay, maybe you won't have a 10-point lead. Maybe you'll have a 6-point lead. You sit them down, then you get those couple of minutes of game time. Then you get the time in between while all the commercials are going on, and maybe even let them sit for a couple more minutes so that they have something at the end of this ball game. There was nothing left. The Luka trip, he probably doesn't trip on what's his name's feet if he could pick his feet up higher than McDaniel's shoe. These guys were worn out. To me, there's a reason that no one has done that in 30-something years. And this coach, thought he could skip through it? It was horrible. I'm sorry. I'm glad Minnesota won, but you beat up on a 40-year-old man who was in his 46th minute of play. That's just hard.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, and they were talking about it, the announcers were, as the game was going down, like, are they going to be able to maintain this through the end of the game? Are they going to have energy left for them? And they didn't quite do it. But I also think, like, if you take Luka and LeBron out of any of those minutes, it's a much different game going into the fourth, or we're much closer at different moments. So it was a huge risk, but I do see why JJ did it.
But we all knew going in that they had no bench. And Minnesota's bench is much better, DiVincenzo and Nas. But you over-extenuate that when you say, well, these 5 guys, it's them all day. Because you know what I would do to next game? And I presume the coach, Finch, was catching on to this thing. They're not subbing. I would have subbed out 3 times quicker. I would have fresh legs on these guys all day long. You know what I'm saying? And let's just talk a little bit about Nas and DiVincenzo, can we?
Yep.
Those 2 off the bench changed this game. I think DiVincenzo only 8 points, but I think he had 5 steals, right? Comes in and changes things. Nas Reed did not have a great first 3 quarters, but he comes through at the end. He had 12 points total, and he had his 3-pointers when we needed him. Why is Rudy Gobert in this game? 5 points.
Yeah.
He's the biggest guy on the court. 5 points.
Agreed. But they did limit Rudy's minutes. I will say that.
Yeah, 26, yes.
Yeah, I mean that's about what he's going to get. Is that 20 to 25? They went a little bit above it, but I like what we've been doing with Rudy in this series, playing him just enough and letting him do his thing, but not playing him in those crunch time minutes at the end. I've been pretty happy with the Rudy kind of keep him in at the times that we need him and then take him out when it matters at the end.
But he's not doing anything. I'd take him and Conley. And again, I'm not against Conley. Conley, there you go, 25 minutes for an old man. Learn something on their Lakers. But DiVincenzo can take care of the ball, and the difference between those 2 guys is just night and day in my book. Yeah. I'm not ripping Conley. He's a great little field general, but he had 2 points. Him and Rudy, those 2 starters, 7 points amongst them.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. Like, DiVincenzo and Nas are the guys, and that's pretty much been the guys at the end of the games in this series. Mm-hmm. So, other than the block by James, stupid lefty layup that Dante took, I think he made consistent good decisions down the stretch in the fourth as well. Even moments where Ant wanted the ball and he said no and brought it up and got us a better shot. So, that was some great plays by Dante when it comes to that as well.
I don't think this series is over. I think 3 points, if you will, the difference will be being at the Lakers. This game is going to get physical. You think it's physical now. This is going to be brutal. There will be a fight coming up on Wednesday. I'm guaranteeing it. But can we take one? Oh, yeah. Can we? And can't get 43 every time. He's a great player, not ripping him. But can we applaud Julius Randle for being the Julius Randle we wanted with the Cat trade? I'd take him over Cat all day long now. He shows what he can do.
I'm surprised, too. This man has been a perennial playoff sketchy guy as well. So I'm surprised we've seen what we've seen, but it's been an awesome surprise. So hopefully he can continue to keep it up.
Yeah. So we have some good things, and this I don't know where this goes for us, to be quite frank. But let's go down the list if we can quickly. The Thunder down the Grizzlies. It was a great game. Grizzlies are gone.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't a close series, obviously.
No, that was nothing. Nuggets and Clippers tied up 2 games apiece. We've been talking about this is the coolest series, and these are 2 matchup teams. These are fun ball games.
These have been great games, close start to finish. Big comeback for Denver, obviously, in the last game.
Yeah. So I'm still going with the Clippers to win it at the upset. I called that at the beginning.
Me too. I'm sticking with my upset call.
Now we go down to the Rockets and the Warriors. Good ball game. Warriors stick it out. Butler's back, which I think they have to do anything. Sorry, I got the Warriors winning, and the Rockets are not what we thought they were going to be. Sorry.
Yeah, Warriors made it happen even the game without Jimmy. They're up 3-1 now. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't see them losing that lead to that young of a team.
The game, the situation that proves my point about this stupid play-in bracket thing, Miami Heat lose again by 50 points. My wife, there's nothing on TV. Wife says, watch what you want. So I go, oh, good, some basketball's on. I'll tune in. Yeah. Cleveland is up, had 30-something points at the time. I'm like, I'm not watching that.
It was like 46-16 or something crazy. I was just like, why am I even watching this game?
There's no way a team that's 8 games under 500 should be allowed in the tournament. I don't care if you played in or not. It wasn't even fun. That's like 2 50-point blowouts in that series. It's over, thank God. I think even the Heats are glad it's done. Bucks and Pacers, Lillard is gone. He blew an Achilles. Pacers are going to take that, right?
Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, that series is done. Pacers just need one more to make it happen, and Giannis hasn't been quite enough to overcome everything that they've dealt with, and Kuzma can't make shots, and they just don't have a second scorer to help him out.
Now, the Knicks and Pistons, better games than I thought with the Pistons, but they are about one guy shy from beating the Knicks. They just don't seem to have enough. They're down 3-1. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Knicks have looked not good in this series either, and it makes me, as a guy who's rooting for Boston in the East, I think it's going to be a short second-round series because I don't think they can stay with Boston.
Yeah, and the Celtics win the next game, right, and they'll move themselves on.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. Let's go to break. We have many more sports to talk about. That's our look with the NBA with our guy, Spinny from Hard Headed Sports.
Dust from livestock buildings can be harmful to your animals and to you. Coughing animals can lead to costly vet visits and other serious health problems. Now there's an environmentally safe solution for your dust problems. It's called Dust Lock. Dust Lock can control the dust all summer long with just one application. Protect your animals and your health with Dust Lock. Learn more at dustlock.com.
All the special interests are represented in St. Paul. But who speaks for you? Center of the American Experiment does. Our policy fellows dig into the tough issues that matter to you and offer common sense solutions on education, taxes, crime, and energy. American Experiment is the trusted, nonpartisan voice of Minnesotans like you. We are working every day to make Minnesota a better, safer, more prosperous place. We are American Experiment. Go to americanexperiment.org to learn more.
Amongst friends, the Al Travis Show. Nothing but talk.
We've got him Spinny from Hard Headed Sports on with us. Let's talk some Major League Baseball action. I was on to say, we're coming. Another big win yesterday for your Minnesota Twins. Just like the Cleveland game, Spinny. I go, well, I'm not going to watch Cleveland, so I turned on the Twins, and I think they're up 10-1 at the time. I'm like, okay, I'm not watching that either. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They're starting to learn how to score. The problem is Kansas City and Cleveland are also 6-4, and Detroit is 7-3. Even playing what we're doing now, we're not gaining any ground. Your thought on your Twins, Spin?
Yeah, I'm just glad we can score runs, Al.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, including, other than the last games against the White Sox where we got shut out, we scored 6-4 in the other two White Sox games, and then 11-5-5 against the Angels, and then 11 yesterday. So if we can finally get on the board and figure out how to score a run, our pitching has been stellar as you can expect so far. So if we can score runs, we'll be in it.
And I think I was talking yesterday, and that's even gone up again today. We were talking just 8-10 days ago that the Minnesota Twins as a team weren't hitting 200, right? They weren't batting for 200. Well, they've got it up to 234, which, again, I don't know if I write home about 234, but you've got to hit really well to drag an entire team up to 234 in a matter of a week, 10 days.
Yes. But 234 is at least a chance, you know? It's at least a winnable amount. Like, when you're batting 198 as a team, like, you don't have a lot of chances.
That's absolutely true. So there's some life in this thing, and then we look at some of the players coming back. Evidently, Royce Lewis and Willie Castro are both just days away. I think the problem you have is, Coach, then who do you throw out? We finally got things rolling. Who do you is the last guy in, first guy out?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think Castro will start off as everyone fill in for everyone on their rest day kind of scenario, and then they'll go from there based off of who's hitting well.
Well, Wilner and Keishel are supposed to be back, but that could be a bit of a while now. We're talking almost a month for some of them those to come back. We'll have to wait and see. So give me your thoughts on the strength of schedule. Twins got, of course, more games coming up here against working with Cleveland. Can we win this series? I mean, heck, 11-1 yesterday?
Yeah, we're winning this series, but it gets hard in the month of May. You know, we got the Guardians, then Red Sox, Orioles, who are slumping but are a good team, Giants, who have been one of the best teams in the MLB so far, Orioles again. So there'll be some tough, good matchups in May. We'll see what we're made of there. But again, if we can continue to hit like we have the last 5 games, and our pitching, even if our pitching gets worse a little bit, as long as we're continuing to hit at the level we have been, we can win some baseball games. Completely
agree. And like you say, the pitching's doing well. Give me your thoughts on the hometown squad, the Wild with the Golden Knights. The series tied up 2-game apiece. Are we hanging on by the skin of our teeth? This is a 4-1 matchup, or do the numbers not matter that much in hockey?
Well, the numbers matter less when 2 of your best offensive players come back right before the series for the Wild. So I think that was a big reason why these games have been close. You know, and we had a real chance of winning Game 4. They made it happen in overtime, but you know that was a very winnable matchup for us. And this is the biggest game of the whole series. Game 5 in a 2-2 tie determines the winner a huge percentage of the time. So I hope the Wild take it, but it should be fun. And I'm just glad we're competing, right? Like this is the best team in the West. You know, they're a good number of points, you know, almost 20 points ahead of us for the regular season, and we're fighting and competing and skating well. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from this series so far.
Give me your hockey. I'm not Mr. Hockey Guy. Is not ever going to be on my tombstone. Who is the team to beat? Is it the Golden Knights? If we win this, we have a chance to go to the championship. Who is the team in the entire term? Who is that squad that we need to be worried about?
I mean, the Golden Knights are one of the best teams, probably the best team in the West. Dallas and Colorado are good as well. Winnipeg and the Capitals are probably the best 2 teams, but those teams are on the other side. So, I think Vegas is the best team in the West.
So we play this thing out. We beat the Golden Knights. Just give us something. Kings and Oilers, 2 teams we can take?
I mean, there's a chance there. Oilers have a really good roster and obviously have Connor McDavid, the best player in the sport. So I don't know. The Wild have been such an up and down team this year. At their best, I think we can compete with and beat anybody, but at their worst, I don't think we should have been in the playoffs. So it's kind of just where we find ourselves on that scale will determine how far we go.
I'm up against a hard one. Spinny, how do we pick up Hard-Headed Sports if we want to get your podcast?
Yeah, check us out on YouTube specifically, also Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Thank you, Spin. Appreciate you being here. Much more coming up after this.
Chanhassen Dinner Theaters